photographs in oh.
Hello, everybody.
Good evening or
We
morning
are back.
Yeah, I actually can't remember. Yeah, it's always very impractical when I say good evening when I'm pretty sure most of the people who watch these streams are in the United Kingdom. So it's like night for them because they're 6 hours ahead of where I live. So, happy midnight, guys. I'm sorry, just good evening. Happy midnight, and you're a good midnight. Yeah, you have to say happy midnight because good midnight just does not work. But good midnight or happy midnight, that just still doesn't roll off the tongue as much as good evening, because that I sound like we're sitting down for a fancy dinner, all proper, like, even though these streams aren't really prim and proper. But that intro was the intro is. So good evening, chat. How are you?
Yes, that was the new intro. I kind of chucked that together in the very early hours of this morning. So if there's something wrong, that's why. But
For being thrown together, and
in
honestly,
about 5 minutes.
I'll be honest with you. If you hadn't told me it was thrown together, I wouldn't have known. It looks good. But anyways, I was as I was saying just before the stream started, but the timer cut me off. What I was saying, by the way, chat, we were just talking about video quality because Ben was trying to export some videos for the intro, but they were ended up being still photographs because the quality was bad, and he had to do a bunch of file converting and stuff. So he just decided that it wasn't really worth it in the end. Um, and that got me off on the tangent of video quality, as I so often get on random stupid tangents semi-related to the topic at hand. But this got me thinking, how is it that in space, cameras, we can take pictures and videos of planets hundreds of miles away, like those photographs of the planets,
More than hundreds, it's more
those
like tens of thousands.
tens of thousands, yeah. You get those stock photos of the planets. Those were taken from so far away. Yet bank security footage, it literally looks like it was from the 1960s. How have we come so? Dude, I can literally, like all those high-tech security surveillance system, pay $600 to get hooked up on half discount. And it's like, dude, you are a rat, and that is a scam. My phone can get better video footage than your stupid cameras.
Yeah, you might as well blue tack. You might as well blue tack your phone to the corner of the room.
Exactly, and then just have it recording, get it set up so all of its data is backed up to the cloud, and then I'm pretty sure there's a way you can make it stream live to the cloud, and then just plug it into a charger, and then boom, there you've got a better security system for like $100. Literally, all you need is a phone, a charger, and a connection to the cloud, and then boom. But it's like, that is so stupid. And like I do concede, comparing high-tech cameras that can take pictures of celestial objects in the deep cold vacuum of space to some bank security footage is a dumb comparison. But let's compare it to phones. Yeah, and granted, live streaming video is difficult, but look at the frames on this stream. this stream is like we're not a very popular channel, so YouTube doesn't really give us the epic best servers for the stream.
It doesn't give us the best FPS, but we're only 6 seconds behind real
But
time.
hey, exactly, and also,
which is quite good because usually the regular expected amount is about 10 seconds. So
I guess that we're better than normal. So we're better than bank security footage. That's right, guys. Remember, when you're watching Building with TWA, where you can remember that you're getting top quality because we're better than bank security footage. But yeah, like if a YouTube live stream can do better at FPS and stuff through a live cam with people watching in the United Kingdom, the stream's being hosted. Well, with somebody on the stream from the United States and Australia, with most of the viewers being in the United Kingdom with a minimum 6-second delay, maximum delay being 10 seconds, and your freaking bank security system protecting hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of, valuable riches and gold and stuff is running at 2 FPS and is 30 seconds behind, and it costs you $600, there's an issue. Like, there's something broken here and it needs to be fixed immediately.
At that rate, every bank might just as well get us to just live stream their security systems, and then we can keep an eye on it for them and still be better quality.
Yeah, it's so frustrating. At this point, I don't even feel safe using banks anymore. Like, who would want to keep your money in that? You are better off defending your money with what's that? Those big locks, those really big locks that look really intimidating, but you could just get through them with a hairpin. Yeah, you not even like one of those locks that you turn. I'm missing the word there. Whatever. Those locks where you put your ear up to the thing and you listen for the clicks. Yeah, those. Not even one of those, just one of those big ones. You were better off defending your riches and your entire wealth with that, and like the big intimidating locks that are really easy to open with a hairpin. You were better off defending them with a cardboard box being held shut with one of those and a BB gun. And then boom, you're more secure than the bank. I'm joking. Please do not actually defend your money with a BB gun and a cardboard box. This is a disclaimer. Because I know there are people who are so dumb on YouTube. Not saying you, chat, but I mean like people who just surf the internet at 3 a.m. to find weird garbage to watch and then stumble upon this stream. All the crack nuts, probably from Alabama or California. Don't defend your money with a cardboard box. It's a bad idea. And one thing that is not too bad of an idea is using online banks, but then you're susceptible to a whole other kind of robber. The internet is scary because now you can't just steal. Now it's not just stealing people's money. You can steal people's identity, which is really, if you think about it, even more scary than stealing money, because somebody could steal your identity and then steal someone else's money through the internet. And then probably find some sort of way to place it on you. That's scary. Banks want to get money. Banks want to save money, so they get cheap cameras. Isn't that ironic? The bank wants to save money. I mean, well, yeah, if they really wanted to save money, they'd buy the expensive cameras. Save money. My money.
I'm just looking at the Cog Railway 3D Railway Series, Mark 1 Henry in the Works Grey livery. And it's been that long since I looked at the model, but it's just works grey. There's something about it that just looks nice and simplistic.
I don't know if it looks nice, but it certainly looks cool. It's like World War I, where they got so lazy they didn't even paint the engines in wartime black. They just scraped off their paint and called it good enough.
So the new wartime livery has been rolled in. What do you want us to do with this bunch of engines? I don't know. Just scrape the paint off. We haven't got the money to buy it. Okay, boss. Sure.
I feel like that's also what could potentially happen with like the lead paint. That's what happened with Thomas Wood, guys. And also during the lead paint, I think the lead paint crisis inspired them during Thomas Wood. It's like, hey, because they had to like not use that paint. It's like, hey, we're using less paint, and we're still making the same amount of money. And then, this could be onto something. Gerald, write that down. And then Gerald is like, oh my God, yeah, yes, sir, I'll get right on that. I don't know why Gerald sounds older than his boss, but whatever. So then he scribbles that down. And then automatically,
I can imagine the accountant.
I have an idea. Maybe we can make something that's railway series accurate. Gerald, don't you know that those words are banned in this establishment? You're fired. No! And then so he gets fired, and then they don't discover his note about less paint until 2018, when the new intern, Billy Bob Joe, goes over and is like, wow, this is a note. Oh my God, this idea is genius.
You sound like a mix between Elmo and Doofy.
Mickey Mouse. Oh, fair enough.
Doofy in the Lego Planes series thing I showed you.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Captain, this is an idea I found on some old employee's desk. Oh my God, you're right. That's revolutionary. We need this in production right now. And then the very next month, Thomas Wood was born.
You need to make that for a History's Mysteries episode. Just do that as a theory.
The history of Thomas Wood. Theory 1. That. That's the real... the real mystery is how Thomas Wood got approved for production.
I don't know, and I don't want to know.
I still want Gordon Snow. Is it bad that I still want, like, all the crap stuff that's happened to the range, and I still want Gordon's snow machine?
Wait, is that an actual model now? Or?
No, they made a prototype of it, but it never made it into production. But the prototype does exist.
Wait, was that for Thomas Wood?
No, for Thomas Wood and Railway back in the 1990s.
Well, apparently
I think Roy Wilson probably has it.
There's a replacement for Thomas Wood coming out, apparently.
Oh, God, no, not another one. Wait, if we have 3 versions, do you know what we're going to be able to use that for? Those memes where it's like, Thomas Wood and Railway, upgrade, then it's Thomas Wood, go back, and then it's whatever's coming out. I said go back!
No, but, well, that is actually true, because the thing that's coming out is that the engines don't even have 3D faces anymore. They're the Thomas Wood models with worse plastic, with 2D printed on faces, apparently.
Okay, you gotta send me that, because that sounds like no, come on, man. That can't be real. Hold up, sorry. That scream was really bad. Let me try that again without attempting to voice crack. Thomas Wood and Railway, upgrade. Thomas Wood, go back. Whatever the frick this thing is coming out. I said go back!
Here we go. Hang on. I will just...
Could you tell that I had to literally slam my stomach into something to get my voice to scream?
Okay, you should receive it in about 2 seconds.
I don't know if I want to. All right. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
Have you seen it yet?
Where'd you send it?
Discord.
Hold up, let me boot up my computer. It's gonna take me about 3,000 years, but I will get it done. I want to see this disgusting amalgamation, this disgusting crime against humanity.
I mean, that already happened, but
Where were these guys at where were these guys at the Nuremberg trials? Probably not born in it. Let's see what is chat saying. I feel accomplished. I passed half my SATs. Good job, Skyrider 1 Shifty Face. I have to take them again. Oh, well that sucks, Skyrider 1 Shifty Face. Banks want to save money so they could get cheap cameras, right? Oh, I know, right? Why is my cat clawing at me? I don't know. Maybe it wants food. If I was in charge, there would just be Sky. The red engines lined up the shops. I would then put the other models in clearance. Honestly, I've considered doing that myself with Edwards. Just the only thing on the shelf is Edwards. But then I realized nobody would buy a range with just Edwards, no rolling stock, no engines, no destinations, and no track. So then I turned against that idea.
So yes, Edward. So when you finally go on to the the thing to see the photo.
Hold up 1 second. I'll be back in just a minute. I'm gonna go do the thing to get the computer up and doing this.
Stream. Okay, we've been doing 16 minutes, and I've already Trains is finally loaded up. So share screen. We will go over to Trains. Welcome to Tidmouth. And we're in driver mode at the moment. I need to turn the performance down to low because it's slowly but surely murdering my computer. Settings. Bring that all the way down. Settings again. General settings. Okay, good. That's all okay. Right, the frame rate has gotten somewhat better. Probably not aided by the fact that the stream is a thing. So weird seeing Henry painted grey. And where's the regular Mark one? Okay. I might go with something a bit different this time. Go with Diesel one more here. So he's a bit too loud. We do something with Diesel.
Fun fact, everybody. I just inhaled oxygen into my lungs 1.3 seconds ago.
Okay.
I'm also back.
Hello.
By the way. Just thought you... Well, I say something and then, by the way, I'm also back. As if you didn't know. Of course, my beautiful, illustrious, lovely, serenading voice probably did the job of, appealing your acknowledgement, to make you aware when I returned. Man, look at me go. That was the biggest role I've been on in a while when I was spicing up my sentences. That was some pretty nice sentence spicing, if I do say so myself. You know, you ever wonder, like, if this series will ever end up like TWA Trains, where we have just done so many episodes that eventually we'll start to say the same thing. We'll start to say things.
You mean Tane with TWA? You need to keep
Sorry, I keep forgetting the series name. It's just TWA Trains rolls off the tongue so well. But yeah, TWA Train. Hold up 1 second.
This duck still terrifies me.
I think my home may be being invaded by burglars, but might as well keep on streaming.
All right. That's annoying that this duck doesn't have fun. It's very annoying.
Anyway, there we go. You ever wonder if this series will end up like Tane with TWA eventually, where we end up doing so many episodes, like you know, that we start to forget what we've said before and we start repeating ourselves, and then the series will just end up as a broken record. Have you ever thought that like one of the people who's just found Tane with TWA like ages after it's ended will watch one of the episodes and then we'll be like, oh, okay, there's a lot of episodes, I might as well skip around. So they skip forward in the series and then they just so happen to go to one of the episodes where we had forgotten what we said from the previous episode they watched, and we say very similar things and they're like, is my YouTube broken?
I can see that happening. Okay, now I'm annoyed because Cameron's reskin of Emily has lambs, but Wild in the West duck doesn't. If anyone knows of a railway series duck that has lamps that work, that would be extremely helpful.
Series Way Rail? Oh yeah, I like Series Way Rail. Oh, I like Series Way Rail.
The railway series, the railway series Donald and Douglas don't have working lamps either. No.
You know, I almost have the Holy Quadrupality, by the way. The Holy Quadruple of railway series, by the way. The only book that I am missing to complete the Holy Four is Sodor, Its People, History, and Railways. I have the Wilbert Audrey collection of the first 26 books. I have the Christopher Audrey collection of 27 upwards. And then I also have Sodor Reading Between the Lines. It's like, have you ever, for those of you that have seen Avengers Infinity War, I feel like Thanos collecting all the stones.
It's Gordon.
Wait. Oh, it is Gordon. That's the, the 2012 Gordon, in it.
Does look good.
I feel like that could be a show where Gordon comes out and it's just a show where Gordon comes out and it's Gordon, and then he spins around on a turntable really fast, and then confetti is dispensing, and the crowd just goes, ah! But the thing is, it's just that. The confetti keeps on coming, Gordon keeps on spinning, and the crowd just keeps yelling for 25 minutes straight, and that's every episode. I'd watch it.
I know you would. I'm just concerned about what others would think.
You don't want to see Gordon spinning around being displayed for you? Oh, wow, that sounded really wrong, didn't it?
No, we should have it so each episode is a different Gordon model instead of the same one.
A different livery. He's painted in a different color.
All right.
Yeah, for each episode, they just move down the rainbow with every single color.
Red Gordon, yellow Gordon.
How does the rainbow go? Black, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, purple, white.
All right, so this stream has been going for nearly half an hour.
Right.
And we haven't done anything apart from just chuck a few engines on the track. So I'm going to get back into route building and show you what the progress has been. I feel like one day I'm going to have to try and recreate my original Norland route, you know, like do it but more in the modern style just for fun. But then again, I think that would actually break the computer with that many baseboards and all. Why is that slightly obvious? It's rather annoying.
How has this stream only been going on for... Not only been going on for 30 minutes. How has the stream been going on for 30 minutes? It feels like we started like 2 minutes ago. What?
Time flies by on these streams.
That's true. Tart Pops. I'm eating a Pop-Tart.
So here we are at the Flying Kipper dock. I know it looks very different to how it's portrayed in the Railway series, but I wanted to do something a bit different. You know, so we've got two smaller ports instead. But I've still got this building thing.
I miss the customs guy. You talking about Tama Damron? Yeah, I miss him too. I don't know where he's going. He used to be here more often. He's probably lazing around doing reskins.
Oh, Cameron. No, I keep sending him the links to the streams, but he never joins. So nobody in the chat, please don't think that I've gotten rid of Cameron because he just doesn't join the stream. If you want him to join the stream, please DM him on Discord and pester him.
Yes, well, send a mob to go. Ah, yes. How to be a good, decent human to your friends 101. Send a mob of fanboys to go attack them. Oh my god. All right, let's oh my god.
Who's ringing?
Nothing. Oh my god. I didn't think that was real. I'm looking at the photographs
Oh,
of Pisser Frice. Yeah. Pisser Frice. I didn't think that image was real. It definitely does look like they've janked up the wheels, though. The wheels look a little janky.
oh, you're finally getting to see the photo.
Yeah, the wheels look janked. Mattel is sentenced to oofing. If it was my choice, they'd be sentenced to death. All
Like,
employees.
you know how the wheels on that Thomas promo have the flanges on the outside instead of the inside.
What is up with that? That looks so backwards.
I know, it's like that's the kind of thing that they did for plateways, not railways.
They put his wheels on the wrong direction.
They put the flanges the wrong way round.
Thomas is backwards. Nom, 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 nom. Do you have one of those I don't want to talk about it things? Like one of those things that when somebody asks you, it's just like, I don't want to talk about it.
No.
Oh, come on, man. The perfect thing you could have said there, which I guarantee it would have made the chat laugh so hard, is you should have just gotten up really close to your microphone and said, I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, I thought you were like, being actually serious and asking me a question then.
I mean, I was kind of a combination of both. I was just joking, and then I was also, making a bad joke.
Right.
My mom called me a demonic kid earlier, and I can't blame her. I was doing evil laughs in my new room because it was echoey. I wish my family could move, but we are poor and cannot afford a house bigger than this one. That got dark fast. But on the bright side, it's your boy here to say that tax fraud is not okay. I know we're not sponsored by Goldfish, but can I just take a minute to... That probably sounded so random. That must have been just the weirdest thing to say random.
I'm quoting that in the main section.
I only just realized how stupid that sounded after I said it. Okay, let me read. Okay. I know we're not sponsored by Goldfish, but I just really feel the need to promote Goldfish. Are you a student or a worker? Do you need a quick, concise meal that will not make a mess that you can eat quickly and quietly? Well, okay, they crunch. So relatively quietly, as long that you should be able to eat quietly, as long as you're not a Neanderthal who chews with your mouth open like me. Then you should get over here to your local Walmart, Tesco, Barnes and Noble hardware store and buy yourself some goldfish. Because remember, when you put a goldfish in your mouth, you take a smile. And the goldfish are the snack that smiles back, goldfish. So go buy goldfish, everybody. They're so good. And I pity everybody if you don't have them in Britain, because goldfish are great. Do you guys have goldfish?
Something's fishy about that advertisement, Edward.
And it's not just the fish. Maybe it's the fact that I said you should go buy goldfish in your local hardware store. They'll be carved out of wood, but you can't tell the difference because both gold and wood are solid objects. Except maybe if you eat the wood fish, you may end up getting one or two more splinters than you normally would on your tongue. Disclaimer for all the stupid people who watch these streams after they're after they're all uploaded. Quick disclaimer: goldfish are not sold in hardware stores and do not eat wood. Just because it is wood and is shaped like a fish does not mean that it is edible. I don't even care if it is wood and it is shaped to look like a fish and it is spray painted gold or hand painted gold. Do not eat wood under any circumstances, and goldfish cannot be found at your local hardware store. Don't die. Okay, disclaimer over now.
Honestly, I would be really surprised if companies didn't choose to sponsor you, for the Histories Mysteries thing, because you do like the funny.
I know they'd love to sponsor me, although I probably just ruined any chance of goldfish sponsoring me right there. Sorry, goldfish. Please email me. Seriously, I'd love to sponsor your stuff. It's like, it's really tasty. It's some good stuff. What the heck? Hold up. One quick question. Goldfish. If you're watching the stream, on the front of your packet here, right, just questioning here. It says 100%.
No, I'm not. You can't ask them a question right now because I'm questioning why would they be watching a train stream if they're a fish brand?
If they're a fish. I don't know. Maybe one of their executives have noticed a significant drop in their sales in people who watched my ad. So they've come to check it out. Just thought I'd point this out here. Goldfish executives, if you're watching the stream, for everybody just watching the stream, on the front of the goldfish packet, which I have right in front of me, by the way, if you couldn't have already guessed that. This is a bit interesting. It says under the cheddar logo that says cheddar, it says 100% real, all caps in real, with sparklies on the L. 100% real cheese. The real cheese. One, what else would it be? Of course it's cheese. And even more strangely, what do you mean fake cheese? How do you manufacture fake cheese? Just add yellow food coloring to butter? And then, freeze it so it's solid? Seriously, how do you make fake cheese? I want to know. Is there counterfeit cheese? Can I go to jail for manufacturing counterfeit goldfish? What if I call it something different? Gold codfish. Brown fish. Wait, goldfish. What's something better than goldfish? Platinum fish or diamond fish. Yeah, what's up with that? See, I want to know. Someone Google that. Chat, Google that. What? Fake? I'm just saying. It says 100% real cheese. And obviously, if they feel they need to clarify that, then obviously there has to be fake cheese somewhere. Wait. Oh my god, I know what it is. You know those play kitchen sets for young children to play with and learn how to cook and stuff? And you know how they have those plastic foods? That's the fake cheese. Fake cheese. Yeah, I think I know where the fake cheese is made, honestly. I think it's from California.
You think everything bad is from California?
Yes, you're right. Hitler was from California. I don't care if he was from Austria. Communism was made in California. Shut up, Marxists who are screaming in the back. Let's see. Mattel from California. The Hit era, California. Season 7 upwards, California.
Actually, Edward, Mattel was founded in California in 1945. So,
wait a minute, is it really?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I knew it. My worst enemy has returned to haunt me. California, what have you forsaken upon us? Damn you, California. Well, that got really dramatic all of a sudden. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah.
Counterfeit cheese.
Goldfish. Yeah, counterfeit cheese, counterfeit goldfish, Hitler, Stalin, communism, democracy, all from California. All of it. The European Union, that's a controversial one. Yes, the European Union, proudly founded in North America. Yeah, European Union from California. France from California. All that. California's from California. Good job, Skyrider.
No, California is from where the California's founders came from.
What?
Who were California's founders? Because if they weren't from California, which they weren't. California's from the country that the founders of California came from.
No, they stole California because they shot the natives and took their stuff.
Okay, well, there you go. California's just from America. You should just do that.
Yeah. Yeah, California technically is from America. And this is why I also hate America. Yeah, but California technically, nobody was really in California unless you count the natives. But, well, obviously the United States didn't. Okay, I'm sorry. That was mean. But then again, I've said worse about the Native Americans, but not really worse. Like I said, it was back. I think it was back on a stream where Cameron was here. Maybe not on this channel, but like I said, technically speaking, the Native Americans did not get the worst deal possible. We did. Everybody's like, we trapped them on the reservations, and it's evil. Which, fair enough. We did take their land, and force them onto the reservations. Even the tribes that were willing to relinquish their stuff and their land, as long as we didn't force them into prison camps or anything. Basically, they just said, take all of our stuff, just let us be people in your land. You know what I mean? And like, even those people were sent to the Native American reserves, which is pretty douchey. Like, maybe I can understand killing the tribes and forcing them onto their land if they were being violent and aggressive.
This is something that we should keep for the history's mysteries.
Hold up, wait, I do have a point. But technically we did spare them. Like, everyone, we could have just killed them. Alright, that's all I wanted to say on that front. And from what I've seen, the natives are pretty happy on their reservations. Maybe I'm making a misstatement there, and a bunch of Native American assassins are coming to kill me now, but...
Well, in that case, but it was nice knowing you.
Here's one thing, like, just not on the subject of, like, stealing land from Native Americans, but on the subject of the Native American people. You know how Europeans make fun of them for wearing feathers on their hats and stuff, and it's rude? It's like that. That stuff started back in the colonial days, right? So, what are we talking about? We also wear feathers on our hats. The old colonial British hat, it has a white feather sticking out the top. Or not a feather, but it's like, that tuft of fluff, you know what I mean? And it sticks up and back. It's like, that's just, calling out the Native Americans for wearing the feathers on their head is just hypocritical. Like, maybe if you came over without the feathers and you just didn't like their feathers on their hats, then sure, fine, call out their feathers. Ha, you look dumb or whatever. But, like, the fact that we said, ha, you look dumb because you have feather on your hat, while also wearing a feather, or a hat with a feather on it, you're just an idiot and a hypocrite.
Edward, have a look at the screen.
Tom Tom. Oh, dead Tom Tom. Very dead Tom Tom. Slaughtered and killed his family, Tom Tom. This is getting dark really fast.
There we go. Put him on the track. He can serve as a reminder to all the engines that drive past what happens to naughty engines.
Steam on Soda in 1937 Studio said, California in a nutshell. Sun, lakes, fake cheese, Pokemon Go, and Mattel. Don't forget liberal Democrats who want to violate the Constitution, but we won't get into that here.
Edward, look. This poor dead E2, otherwise known as the number one of the Northwestern Thomas, was punished.
Number one of the Northwestern Thomas.
Shut up. Okay. I said that the Northwestern Thomas was sent here for being a naughty. Was sent here for being a naughty engine and serves as a reminder to all the engines passing what happens to naughty engines on the Fat Controllers. No, what happens on the British Railways.
You know what? I would be sad if that was Edward, but it's the most annoying character in the series. I'm glad he's dead. Thomas, ironically, has become the bane of his series.
There's just none of the engines like him anymore.
And neither do I. He's an annoying little... Also,
you can see this happening. Look, you can see this happening. Sorry.
Didn't mean to interrupt.
You can see this actually becoming a thing if, British Railways took over.
Oh, yeah, Thomas would definitely have been scrapped. He's like bad technology at that point.
And they were scrapping all the E2, so they would have just shoved them on the siding and almost cut them up.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
This is like an old, this is like the remains of the early Tidmouth, Knapford, and Ellsbridge.
Wait, then why is there an E2 there?
I know I'm going to get rid of that in a second. It's just for decorative purposes. But basically, this is the old goods yard of the Tidmouth, Knapford, and Ellsbridge Railway before they built this before the North Western built this massive thing, which is taking ages to load in. So yeah, before they built all of this, there was just 2 sidings over here that served as the goods depot.
Mm.
And obviously that doesn't exist anymore. But when I do the earlier version of this route, I'm definitely going to remove a lot of the grass and make it look all clean and happy.
Oh, yeah. Or what was I about to say?
Scraps the handle.
I was about to say something. Oh, yeah. If you're wondering why I'm hating on California so much more in this script, so remember brand name from a couple of streams ago when I was telling that story? Remember?
Oh yeah, brand name, pavement, and fence. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Just all the stupid code names that I had to make up so I don't get sued. But yeah. So brand name. She was okay with me saying her real name, by the way. So Brandy. I showed her that stream in the area that I said hello to her, and she laughed and thought it was really funny. And then I also showed her that part of the other stream where I was dunking on California, and she said, I want you to basically on the next, she basically was like, on the next stream, I want you to dunk on California relentlessly. She is a fellow California hater, as are much of the people in this state. And then so I was like, really an opportunity to just poop on California without
you should have said an opportunity to do that to California and then say thank you for the opportunity.
I was literally about to say an opportunity to dunk on California and being able to shift the blame of my aggression onto someone else. Oh man, sign me up. Oh yeah, so yeah, that's my mission today. I'm gonna dunk on California so bad. Their flag is. I'm gonna dunk on California so hard that hopefully I will stamp on the ground so hard that California will break away from the continental United States, flow out into the Pacific Ocean, slide under the water where all of the inhabitants will be brutally eaten and devoured by sharks, where I will watch from the coast with binoculars, enjoying every succulent second of the sharks ripping out their intestines and eating them to pieces. It will, like, dude, I will roast them so hard. Watch your news. Yeah, British people, watch your midnight news. I can guarantee it. Breaking news: California, random state in United States with a bunch of people on it, flies away. And if I dunk on them hard enough, maybe I'll even have the opportunity to literally use my mind filled up with so much rage and pure hatred to not just the land of California, but all of the people who live on it, that I will be able to use that anger in my brain to use telekinesis to rip California up from the ground and yeet it into the sun. Or better yet, you know what? I don't want those ashes in our beautiful galaxy or universe. I will yeet it so hard that it will literally break through all of the asteroid belts, fly so far out of the universe, and while all this is happening, the inhabitants of California are losing, oxygen, so they're all dying and all that rubbish.
I thought you said that the sharks got them.
I mean, well, I can. This was another scenario where I yeet them out into the sun. But eat them so far out that they break out of the universe and slam into the sun in another universe. Or just a random star in another universe.
Aliens on another planet be like, hey, Bob, what's that flying into our gorgeous sun? And Bob's going to look up with his binoculars and just say, looks like
It's a wait, no. It's a bird.
It looks like it looks like a bit of land.
Wait, no. It's a bird. It's a plane. Wait, no. It's a piece of land with a bunch of jerkwads on it. Run! Seriously, I would go so far if I ever become. Wait, everybody, elect me as governor of Texas, and I will make it my personal mission as governor to make sure that a rapping diss track on California is made. As a Texan. Or better yet, I will try to convince Congress to actually go through with my plan of laying a bunch of dynamite on the California border and then blowing it off into the sea. I would have no issues with, trying to campaign for that.
You'd have no issues with either, would you?
As long as the Californians are miserable, I will be pleased.
Okay. What does the old Tidmouth, Knapford and Ellsbridge depot look like now? Does it look good?
It looks, good.
Very, abandoned. A lot better than just some tracks going into grass. There's actually stuff chucked everywhere now.
Clutter.
And then obviously over here, speaking of the Tidmouth, Knapford and Ellsbridge Light Railway, over here is the actual old main line. It used to run up around.
Katie the War Hero E2 tank engine streams is back.
Hello and welcome. So yes, when this was built here, originally there was a shed here with, there was a shed with 2 lanes here, and then the goods depot was on the side. But then over here, that's where the main line pulled out in front of the shed. And then obviously that got all knocked down when the line round the coast collapsed at the hill, the cliff. And so they built this track through here instead.
Also, are you ready for my insult that really will send the Californians into the stratosphere / into the sea / just hopefully just killing them all, honestly? You ready?
All right.
Ready? All right, everybody, this is going to be legendary, so prepare yourself. California and Californians, I didn't want to have to say this to you, but you smell bad. Boom.
Sounds just like Dex.
Drop them. Yeah, I am willing to be immature and a jerkwad. I do not think you understand how much pent-up resentment and pure hatred I hold in my heart for California. Seriously, I'm not even kidding. Remember I was saying there are very few things in this world that I will see and I will just become physically angry. And you don't even need to show me the name of the state. Just seeing something that is in the shape of the California border makes me mad. I really hate California I'm not even just playing it up for stream clout or whatever, or to keep people interested in the stream or all that rubbish. I genuinely do hate California and its people. Most of its people. There are a couple of good ones. A couple of people who I don't really want to see be eaten by sharks, but the vast majority can go right into those jaws mouths. And then you know what we can do with the land after all they're all dead? Refloat it and sell it to the British for like $2. Because that's all oh no. We could sell it to the British for like $2 because that's all the lives of Californians are worth. Actually, no, we should drop that price down to a single penny, honestly.
Just make it free.
Actually, hold on 1 second. Alexa, how many people live in California?
According to the 2020 U.S. Census, the population of California is 39.5 million people, which is a 6.1% increase over the 2010 U.S. Census.
Repeat yourself, please.
Sorry.
What? What is the population of California?
According to the 2020 U.S. Census, the population of California is 39.5.
Okay, Alexa, silence. 39.5 million Californian lives are worth a single American penny. Yeah, I think that seems about right.
Tonight on Railway Series IoS building, I do what is mentioned in the title, and Edward yells at California for existing.
They've committed so many crimes aside from just existing, but trust me, existing is one of them. California. I need to calm down. I need to go look at the Texas flag for a moment. The stars at night are big and bright, deep in the heart of Texas. I'll be honest, I forgot our anthem. Actually, I think there are only two. There's only one country anthem that I can sing the whole way through, and it's God Save the Queen. Which, you know what? I'll take that. That's really the only thing. That's really the only anthem that I'll need to know, especially after Britain takes over the world.
No, imagine if the Queen became God, and so they had to say, "Queen, save our God," or "God, save our God."
God save our God. No, I made one. I made one actually earlier today. I was singing this. Queen is our gracious God. Queen is our noble God. Queen is our God. Bow down on your knees. Worship to her to please the God and family, so we don't die. If I became a god, what would I be the god of? California hatred. No, I'm just kidding. I would be the god. I would be the guardian of the British Empire. Like the part in Rule Britannia where they say, and guardian, angels sang this strain. Then they sing Rule Britannia. Everybody knows that bit. I would become the guardian angel. I would be the god of protecting Britain. I'd be the guardian. I would be that one guardian angel. Every time Britain goes into a battle, I would be the heavenly force that just sings, the whispering behind the soldiers' ears that's like, keep going for king and country. The queen loves you. Like just when the soldiers are about to like get blocked by a cannonball, I'll just randomly just walk over, freeze time for a second, and then bump a British soldier's gun towards the person who's about to fire the cannon, and then just move over, grab their hand, put it on the trigger, pull their finger, and then unfreeze time. So they would just shoot him. That would be my god power, protecting Britain. I'd be the god of foxes and insanity. Yeah. That's I love how mine is just like, oh yes, I would smite the enemies of the British Empire. That's just insanity. But actually, wait a minute. Wouldn't being the god of insanity go against everything you stand for? Because the whole thing about insanity is that there's nobody controlling it. But if you're the god of insanity, that means you would be the controller of all insanity. But by its very nature, it would go against the existence of insanity. So if you were truly the god of insanity, would you really be able to say that there is insanity? And if there's no insanity, are you still the god of it? Sorry, guys, that got really philosophical for a second, but I saw a trail and I ran with it. Also, there's a couple of islands that the United States owns where the Constitution applies, and the population of the islands are 0. So I like to make that joke of like if if a tree falls in the forest and no one's around to hear it, doesn't make a sound. If the if the United States Constitution applies on an island, but there's nobody for that Constitution to apply to, does that Constitution still apply? Yes, apparently, because who says so? The United States government.
And that's them for you.
Then here's another weird thing about that is like, and if they say it works, it's that it does apply. It's like, oh yeah, then sorry, the United States has no right to put down any rebellion that that ever happens in its own lands or any other country, because they could be like, you're an illegitimate government that's rebelling against your parent country, and then that rebellion can turn around and go, oh yeah, and what are you? An illegitimate government that's rebelling against my parent country? Oh, wait a minute. So, America can shut up about freedom and liberty and all that garbage while they're putting down other rebellions, because it's like, you are also a rebellion with literally 0 legitimate claims, aside from the fact that you waltzed up to some poor farmers' houses, put guns to their faces, and said, hey, you want to fight the crown? And then they were like, no. And then they were like, cocked the gun, and they were like, I mean, yeah. And so what? You threw some tea in a harbor. Big whoop. But for real, why did we throw the tea in the harbor? I've been trying to find that out for so many years. Why did we do that?
They did it because of the tax import.
But it was boosting the economy in the long run. But it doesn't make sense, because if you break it, you buy it. Britain was the one who paid the shipping on the taxes, or who paid the shipping from of the tea from all the way from India to America, and then we proceed to throw a hissy fit over taxes. Remember, taxes that are less than the amount that it costs to ship the tea from India to America that we asked to be shipped. Why did we do that?
I don't know, but Oversimplified goes through it in great detail.
I guess there was a gathering in the local pub, and then everyone got smashed, and then they decided, you know what? Let's bite the hand that feeds us. I think America is the definition of a child who bites the hand that feeds them.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, France gets the worst of it, because Britain is like, they've only came around to liking America in recent years. France have been so nice to the United States, and we've just never helped them, ever. It's like, to steal a quote from another YouTuber, a bond forged in flames and war, mother and daughter, the right France helping the righteous rebels fight against the conqueror's crown, and then we just never pay them back their money.
I'm surprised France haven't gone to war with the Americans yet.
Oh, I know, it's coming. We literally basically forced them into the Louisiana Purchase. My apologies. And then they were so nice that they gave us a statue for the 100th birthday of America. And then we
and then what do you do after that? Nothing.
Exactly, literally nothing. Oh, what's that? And I will admit there was some karma for this. So this is something that I found funny. So many of you are going to be familiar with a region called well, actually, I won't go into that. There is a place on this earth, Ben, if you know this, don't spoil it for the chat because I think they're going to go wild. So there's a place on earth called Indochina. And it used to be controlled by the French, and it was called French Indochina. And these colonies started to rebel against the French. And they were a pretty weak rebellion at first, but they were still causing huge issue to the French. And then they were like, help, help, or just, I guess in this case, it'd be like, son, assist me. And then it's like America, like America's like, France is calling out to America. And then they're like, basically, France asked America to assist them with putting down the rebellion. And then America was like, ha, shut up, stupid colonial empire, go die. Empire bad. And then so we left them to their own devices. And then France was like, oh, well, don't be surprised if this comes to bite you later. And this was years, like decades, like just after World War II, basically. And French Indochina went into a ended up becoming communist and sided with the Soviet Union on the Cold War. The United States went to war with them, and you can guess who didn't help them?
France.
By the way, here's the big reveal. This nation, French Indochina, was Vietnam. Irony. Irony at its finest. And then Britain wasn't really too keen on getting in on the Vietnam War either. Because you know what? Yeah, it's like, how dare you just... I like to think that Britain was like, how dare you disrespect your mother like that? You know what? I'm not going to assist you with this war. Look what you've done. You dug yourself this mess.
And now look what you've done.
Look what you've done to our colony. But yeah, that's the story. I think that I just find that very funny. How ultimate irony. Actually, Alexa, how many Americans died in the Vietnam War?
An estimated 58,318 members of the United States Armed Forces died as a result of the Vietnam War.
Silence. Thank you. Ooh, 58,000. That's a delicious number of American casualties. Okay, I admit that was a little rude. Most of the people were people who were drafted who didn't even want to fight in the war. But yep, ultimate casualty. The fact that the United States didn't want to help France, even though we owe them so freaking much. Yep, that resulted in basically creating one of the only enemies who have ever been able to defeat the United States. Which, I think there's a little bit of enjoyable irony that can be found in any of that. Whether you're French and American, no matter which way you see the other country, I feel like there's irony in that can be enjoyed. Oh my god. Okay, Skyrider 11 Shifty Face has become even more strange of a god. Or the god of foxes and blood and violence. Hey, I'm the god of violence, towards anybody who isn't British. Dominion. That's a fun word. Well, the buffers are in the shrub.
Yes.
Also, I was watching
It's because the Tidmouth port isn't really used that much anymore in this current decade.
I was watching a nature documentary, and then I figured out. So remember how we were just kind of not really complaining, but we were semi bad mouthing the Australian accent because it just kind of gets irritating over time.
Yeah.
There is one thing that it's really good for and that it never gets annoying. Nature documentaries.
I haven't
Here
seen
we
any,
see the world,
I haven't
Joey.
seen any Australian nature documentaries. I've only watched David Attenborough's. So
Here we see a wild Joey in its natural habitat. It is about to make a pounce on a wild gazelle. And there is an emu. Fun fact, they beat us Aussie blokes in a war. That's right, everybody. And a freaking bird is stronger than an Aussie man. An Aussie bloke.
it just shows you how pathetic Australia is.
Do you remember that Australia picture that I made with everything Australian? It had thongs, it had beer, it had emus, it had explosions, it had grills.
Grills, spills, and frills.
Thrills and spills on. Thrills and spills in Australia. It's a life of misery. 1 minute it's a snake bite, and the next it's a spider eek. 1 minute you're 1 minute you're fighting sharks, the next you're fighting emus.
Okay.
But
1 minute you're
sooner or
out,
later,
next you're in the hospital.
1 minute you're fighting sharks, the next you're in no.
No, next you're on a bed.
You're in hospice.
No, next you're on your deathbed.
Yes. 1 minute you're fighting sharks, the next you're on your deathbed. But sooner or later, we all find out that Australia sucks, so you are screwed. You should probably just leave. It's an unsuitable country for human life to live.
I would actually pay to make that the national anthem of Australia.
Yes. The national anthem of every country. Proud, strong, true. Tells something about the country. Nope, Australia just badmouths the country the whole way. It's like, yep, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks. This is quite bad, but it, sucks if you add this to it. This sucks, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks. This sucks. Our flag sucks, aside from the top left part of it. This sucks, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks.
Oh, yeah. I forgot to say there was, in my maths class on Thursday, there were a whole bunch of people bad-mouthing everyone in England and the royals and all that.
I want those people executed.
Right away, sir.
Seriously, anybody who does not at least respect... Anybody who either does not want to be ruled by the royals or who does not respect them, I hope you'll be joining me for dinner tonight because you'll be the main course.
Oh.
Or I got another one. I hope you'll be joining me for dinner at the restaurant tonight because I'd like to make a special order. Your head on a plate. But yeah.
And then they kept complaining, saying, "What's so special about them? Why do they want to be in charge of our country and everything like that?"
Because they rule you and that you should bow down to them and worship to them under punishment of death.
I didn't say anything because I was afraid of being executed by barbecue, but
Executed by barbecue. All right, that's another weird one. Gonna add that to the quote book. Hold up, gotta quote that.
No, but that's the thing. Like, that's what they do. They say that they want to execute people on a barbecue.
Oh, I thought you said executed by barbecue.
No, like they want to execute people by barbecue.
Oh.
I wasn't.
I
I wasn't
guess
just being.
they took that joke about me eating them too literally. Well, goddamn. I prefer my human flesh raw, but I mean, I guess I understand if you want it cooked.
No, but they say like everyone who isn't Australian, and I'm like, you know.
You see, that's the thing, though. They should be worshiping you.
And what's it called? We had the reconciliation week this week for for all the Australians to say sorry to the Aboriginal people.
Wait. What's the point of apologizing if you don't make it right? So you just apologize and then go back to stealing their land and shit?
Yeah, and that's the thing. I was saying this to one of my friends, like who was sat next to me during the Sorry Day assembly, in which the headmaster just said, "And for this, we say sorry. For taking your land, we say sorry." And then I turned to my friend and said, "If they really are so sorry, why don't they just give the land back?"
No, because the crown needs that land.
I know, but it's like they're saying this, but then they don't actually do anything after that. It's like, if you want to say sorry, support it every day, not just once a week. Or not just 1 week a year. You know what I mean? And it's just the speech, like the way the speech is written, it doesn't sound very apologetic. It's just like, for this, we say sorry. For this, we say sorry. For this, we say sorry. Right, everyone go back to class.
And now here's what I think the headmaster was thinking. We took your land. Suck it, native boys. We took your land. It's not like you were doing anything too interesting with it.
No, the headmaster's genuinely a nice person, unlike everyone else in the school.
Fair enough.
Because
he was really bad speech, though. For this, see, that's the thing. This is why I don't think it's a good idea to apologize to the Native Americans.
He was just reading the stock standard government speech that they told him to read out.
Well, that's boring.
Like, he's not allowed to create his own speech for it or anything and actually say anything truly meaningful. He's just doing what the government told him to.
Ah, yes, the government.
Speaking of which, the government is stupid.
Oh, yeah, that's why I don't think there should be an Australian parliament. How about we demote it to a regency council with monarch-elected officials? And then, boom. Only the Queen can decide who is elected, and they decide everything. They are the final ruling.
Oh, yeah, by the way, I've been to the Parliament building in the city. I won't say where because, we're on stream. But I've been to the Parliament building, and there's a photo of Queen Victoria in there, but not one of Queen Elizabeth.
I mean, well, Australians love Queen Elizabeth. Most of them.
I know, but they've got one of Queen Victoria in there, but they've got a photo there that just says ruler of the United Kingdom, and then has a picture next to that of the person, whoever they are, like the guy in charge of Australia, saying ruler of Australia. And I'm like, I don't think that's exactly accurate.
Wait, so you're saying they haven't updated it since 1901?
No.
Wait, yeah, Australia didn't exist in 1901, did it?
I don't know. I don't care for Australian history,
It was formed in 1907, but before that, there were a bunch of different colonies who were competing to see which one would host the capital or something.
And it ended up being the Victoria people. No, not Victoria, whatever they are. Canberra.
Yeah, they were all competing to see, well, which one they would all unify under, if you know what I mean,
I'm going to say right now, the way to make a town name sound Australian is add an A to the end of it and really pronounce the A.
Unda.
Most of the town names around, but literally they've got an A at the end of everything. Like the council that's in charge of this area is based in a few towns away, and the town has an A at the end of it, and it just sounds extremely Australian.
Well, I can tell you also how to name any town in Britain or any town in the United States. Pick any name in the United Kingdom, preferably a random one that has to do with an animal in a different language, and then slap Shire at the end. And then for an American town, just slap the word, take any town name or any place name in Europe, like a city or a town or even like a province, and then you just slap new in front of it, and then boom. Welcome to New York. Welcome to New Jersey. Welcome to New Hampshire.
Wasn't America even called New England at one point?
Yes, or no, not America wasn't called New England, but there's a certain region in the north which is literally called, like, it's not a town or a state, it's a certain collection of states, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Just a it's a geographical thing at New England. So boom. It's not like the French were much better with New France.
New France. Welcome to New France.
And
Not
also, don't forget the
Spanish,
Spanish.
just in a different
Let's
country.
see, what did the Spanish name theirs? What did the Spanish name theirs? Oh, were they creative? New Spain. Okay. The European people and their monarchies are the best people on earth. I'm just gonna say it outright. They are the best. They are superior, and I love them. But, well, goddamn, they are really bad at naming new places. Or, yeah, actually, no. They are too good at naming new places.
Wow.
You know, I'm just still waiting for the day that we somehow discover a new 8th continent, or 9th continent, sorry, and a 9th continent, and then we just start, and then there's New York.
No, well, no. This is explored in a Doctor Who thing, because in the episode New Earth, where they were literally on a brand new planet, there was they went to New York.
What the fuck?
Which is essentially, it's the 15th New York since the original.
Interesting. You know,
And
there's
that's going to happen eventually, because they said on Earth there was at least, I think it was like 14. Yeah, there was 14 New Yorks, because they kept getting knocked over and rebuilt. And then the 15th New York is on New Earth.
Interesting. Oh, by the way, I think I should probably
interesting.
tell you, if you think we're bad at naming cities, what if I told you that the first 3 I told you, New York, New Jersey, and New Hampshire, those are not, those aren't cities. Those are actual states in the 50 United States. We also have a New Mexico.
Which is just Mexico, but
better.
Vaguely newer.
Vaguely newer. Yeah, we literally just... Could you imagine how offended, how just annoyed they must feel? Like, that is the biggest bruh moment ever. We steal some of your land and then put it right on your border and just name it New. Like, I'm sorry. Everybody's all like, in the Americas right now, it's like, stop the Mexican hate. And then the government is like going along with this, and I'm like, oh no, Mr. Government. You've been dunking on Mexico since the Mexican-American War. You knew what you were doing when you named one of the states that borders Mexico, that is comprised of entirely old Mexican territory that we stole from them in a war, New Mexico. Complete, like, well, goddamn. Color me impressed at your boldness, America. Like, God, like, that takes some balls to be so just disrespectful.
It's America.
No, don't get me wrong. I'm not interested in respecting Mexico either. They do a lot of bad stuff in Texas. But still, like, come on, guys. That was just... There's a difference between, like, you know, being annoyed at them and just being mean. Like, I'm annoyed at Mexico, but I just want them to stop coming to the United States, illegally. Is it so hard to ask people to follow the law? You know what I mean? But other than that, I hold nothing against them. But apparently the U.S. government does. Because New Mexico's name is still New Mexico. Also, during the Civil War, when Virginia split in half, think about this. A new state during the Civil War. A old state has split into one Confederate loyal and one Union loyal. And they have the opportunity to name this new state that is split off of Virginia anything that they want to. And I mean anything. And what do you think is the genius minds that they decided to name it?
Virginia.
Fucking West Virginia. It's like, were you guys so uncreative? What the hell?
No, they're just like, okay, boss. So we've successfully split away from our previous, what would you call it? Our previous collective state.
Autonomous government.
All right.
If you want to.
What should we call ourselves? I don't know. Why don't we search up on this random name generator? West Virginia.
Also, I still am an avid supporter that either now that the Civil War is over, the Virginias need to recombine, or there are three options that can happen. They either recombine, West Virginia gets a new name, or we rename regular Virginia to East Virginia. Because think about it, we have North and South Dakota,
Carolina as well.
North and South Carolina. So yeah, we need it. We need East, and then we have Virginia and West Virginia. Like, what? No, where's East Virginia? Also, and I'm totally not proposing this just so we can split California. Not at all. But I propose we split California into two states, the north one being Lincoln and the south one being Jefferson.
After the peoples.
Yes, because for a very, very long time, there had been a proposal to name several states Lincoln and Jefferson. Originally, Washington State was originally going to be two states, and the north one was going to be Lincoln, and the south one was going to be Jefferson. And we never got Lincoln and Jefferson. And I'm like, how do we have four states that are named after rulers of other countries, and one singular state that is named after an American ruler? What the fuck? Louisiana and North and South Carolina. Louisiana is French, and then Carolina is something else. And then I also think, wait, no, we have 5 states, because I think the Dakotas are also another country. Also, as much as we go against imperialism, Louisiana and Carolinas, I know for 100%, are both named after monarchs. This our country is so backwards. Just wait on History's Mysteries. We're gonna have so many episodes just dedicated to strange American phenomena, because you best bet your bottom dollar that before I move to the United Kingdom, I am going to squeeze every little bitty ounce of content out of the United States' weirdness that I can.
When you earn money off the United States.
And when I earn money off of a retarded government system. A retarded government system that is so retarded and broken that I can make money through that government system, bad-mouthing and explaining how bad that government system actually is. I broke the system. Or I guess in this case, I unbroke the system by using the broken system to complain about the broken system in hopes that maybe one day they'll fix the broken system. But we all know that'll never happen, at least not before the Second Civil War comes. Oh, let's see what chat is saying. They're probably calling me insane.
Oh yeah, we should
probably.
Right.
I failed my grammar test. How when you become a nice job? New England Hashtag Black Lives Matter. I swear if they name an exoplanet that contains life new Earth, I'll be angry. I swear to God. We have to at least get there and plant down a flag first. Like, we got to slap a union. Actually, no, very simple. Don't let the people who get there first be European, and we should be fine.
Or American.
But we kind of count as European. Like, we have a European complexion.
Fair enough.
Like, North American people are like the Native Americans. But yeah, just don't let the people who get there first be European or we're screwed. But on the other hand, I swear to God, as soon as a planet with breathable life is found, the British are just going to be automatically there. It's like, oh, what's that? New land to colonize? Bang! And it's just like America finally lands their ship, is about to plant down their flag, and it's like, oh, what are you doing here? It's like, sips tea. Oh, hello there, dear chap. You finally decided to show up. I've been here for 25 years. Look, I've already got the planet.
I've been here for 25 years.
Would you like to see the new things that I've made? I would like to show you new 13 colonies, new New Zealand, new Australia, and new Canada.
But no New America, because we're sick of you.
I did say new 13 colonies.
I know, but you should have said, like, no New America.
New 13 colonies, no New America. Oh, you were my worst child, so you don't get a new version of you. You get a new you get a newly renewed version of the previous version of you.
It just relocates the whole country, just travels brings that through space up to the new planet and puts it in the ocean, and then restarts the whole country.
And of course, my favorite child right here, New Britain.
No, it's not going to just be the United Kingdom. It's going to be the United Planet.
And of course, as you know, because
the United Kingdom of brand new planet we discovered.
New Britain is going so strongly, and I'm such a good colonial empire that I've made a colony that's so big and beautiful that it makes colonies. Now, if you'll excuse me, pip pip cheerio, gonna go colonize the solar system. Bow.
Just back off again. And then America lands on the neighboring planet and finds them already there again.
Wait. America just uses binoculars to look over at the neighboring planet and just sees a massive Union Jack getting raised above the atmosphere.
They just give up and collapse on the floor and faint.
And then you just hear in the distance, just very far in the distance, then America comes to. It's been a couple of years, and then Britain is back and is like, oh, hello there, what's that? You're still using presidents, I see. Well, guess what? I found technology on another solar system that has allowed us to make Queen Elizabeth II immortal. How are you doing then? Oh, what's that? You're still using cars? Sorry, we use hover devices that can travel into space now. Get with the times, dear chap. If we ever do become like a interplanetary civilization, World War III is going to be crazy. Like, can we even call it World War III?
It will be Universe War 3.
Well, no, that would be Universe War 1.
Oh, fair enough.
New Zealand, United Planet, North Britain, instead of North America. Yeah, Yes, that's what the continents are. The new continents are like new North Britain. I'm just envisioning the British people on some of the planets where there's no oxygen. They're just walking around with top hats that have domes on them with little packs on their back that supply them with oxygen. And then there's a little robotic hand that whenever they use their lip muscles to move their mustache and twiddle it, it'll use the robotic hand to bring the cup of tea up to their mouths in their suit. So they can drink it.
Did you see that video that I sent you about how Britain made the first spacesuit?
I did see that. I literally forgot about it, and then I was scrolling up in our messages, and I saw it literally yesterday, and I
Because
watched it.
the
Very
thing,
interesting.
the porthole, like the airlock, the small airlock, is not just used for collecting
It's
samples
used
of
for
rock.
drinking tea.
No, like you like dock up with another person, connect the airlocks, and then exchange goods
Wait, really?
like tea and biscuits.
Oh my god! You know that's the only thing they'd use it for.
No rocks collected here, just tea sampling.
And then long after Earth has been abandoned, another alien civilization has come to check. And then the last thing on Earth, because, Britain was the first one to leave, and, how everybody else just kind of died on America, but Britain was preserved. The last thing they find is just like, Big Ben, and then they're like, what's that? And then they go underneath, and then they find that Buckingham Palace has been moved underneath Big Ben. And then underneath Buckingham Palace, there's a massive vault that contains nothing but a message. And the message reads, just in case anybody is still stranded here, any Brits are still stranded on Earth. And then it just contains a massive, humongous jug. And then a humongous box of nothing but tea and biscuits. And then the aliens are like, blip, blurp, blip, blurp. And then they're very confused, and then they drink it, and then suddenly top hat and monocles grow on them, and they're like, blip, blup, blip, blup.
No, I can imagine there'd be like a big red button or something with the picture of tea on it, and then they press that, and then Buckingham Palace turns into a rocket.
Oh, yes. And then I just, wait, and because the British will always have tea, and, if you're stranded on Earth, you need to get back to the rest of the British. It doesn't home in on British blood or anything. It just homes in on the largest quantity of tea in the universe. It'll just fly you straight to where the most British people are, because, I've always wondered, do you if you drink tea, and you know how everything starts to smell bad if you leave it out for a while. Do you guys smell like tea if you don't take a shower for a while? And because you drink tea so often, do you smell like tea?
I don't know. I've not thought about that before.
Because I know if I drink bacon or coffee, we've been over this, my pee smells like coffee.
Why would you drink bacon?
Wait a minute, you don't drink bacon, do you? What am I on? Sorry.
You just said you drink bacon.
Like, if I eat bacon, I smell like bacon. Or like I said before, if I drink coffee and then use the restroom, my urine smells like coffee. And so do I. So it's like, does the same thing happen for tea? Do you smell like tea? Because I drink tea, but not nearly as much as the average Brit. Like, that's like your entire diet. You fought a war over that stuff. I mean, to be fair, we've all done dumber. The United States declared war on a political ideology and substances. Australia fought a war against birds. I'm pretty sure Canada declared legitimate war against bullying. And you guys went to war for some plants. Apparently, it runs in the apparently, declaring war on stupid things runs in the Anglo-Spirian family.
Oh wait, shoot! I just realized. Oh wait, no, never mind. I did send Cameron the link. I'm gonna yell at him to join.
Cameron, join. Cameron, join. Cameron, join. How many minutes left on the stream do we have?
A good hour, yeah. A good hour and 10 minutes.
All right, good. Cameron! Ron Cam. We need Ron Cam.
Oh yeah, I did this. If I go into the parking lot over here, and I go to the pick list, I made a pick list of entirely British Railways vehicles that aren't for the railways.
Oh, cool.
So I
Drive,
can just
drive,
access
drive.
them. And then I also did one for GWR stuff. And I'm also going to make one for LNR and LMS stuff as well eventually.
Automobile. Am I the only one who's noticed that when you say mobile, like the Batmobile, like from Batman, then it's mobile. But if you're saying a word like you're moving around, you've become mobile. What's up with that? Like,
It's
you don't
because
say it's the Batmobile, or you don't say, oh, I'm mobile right now. You know what I mean? It's the Batmobile, and I'm mobile right now.
the Bat is mobile.
Yeah, exactly. But have you ever noticed that? Why is that? That's weird. It's kind of like the same thing with the lead and lead, but in different like context. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what's up? Like, why? What? Like, I can understand lead and lead, but what is up with that? There is no reason that it is different. Like, it is exactly the same word. Like, there is not even a reason to pronounce it differently, as if it's a past tense, or something like that. You know, like
That
lead
would
and
be a
lead.
question for Google.
Because lead is something that you're doing, like I'm leading, I'm the lead or whatever. And then led is the past tense. I've been led, or I was, or oh my god, wait, it's still I was the lead. What? Like in a
I was
play.
led,
Why is this
I
world
was
so
led to
broken?
believe this.
You know what? No, you're British. You invented the language. Explain this.
I'd say go watch Tom Scott. He does excellent videos on English literature and, you know, pronunciations and all
I
that.
have an entire YouTube account. I actually still need to sub to him on that account. But completely dedicated to like British, like not even just like history, but literally just British content.
I should do that one day.
Although I can't say the name of the account because I'd get canceled on Twitter.
Okay, I decided to add this shed into the yard. What do you think?
I think it works. Does it look rickety and like destroyed?
Yeah, it's rusty and has advertisements on it from like the 40s.
Oh yeah, it looks nice and old. Perfect.
And it's also filled with grass on the inside, and the siding out the back just leads into some bushes, where they were originally going to plan to make this a free track thing, and then it never happened. So
Of like one of those lines where trains will pull in to let other trains go by.
yeah. But the thing is that I'm saying that, like, you know how the railway series often depicts the main line with only 2 or 4 tracks, like very rarely 4, but most often 2.
Yeah, 3-track main line is good.
I like to think that, see here where this section of line goes in from being 3-track. I like to think that if I ever do like a current day version of Sodor for the railway series, I would extend this track down and make it a 3-track main line into Tidmouth.
Yes.
And it'll wrap around here, which is why, if you have a look here, I've left some space between this support and the track.
Oh yeah, that'll work.
That'll come round here. They'll have to remove some more of this older track, but then they'll keep on going, and then eventually you get to this massive junction, and the track will just merge in to continue with the rest. Well, actually, no. I think they would do this. I think, see this bit of track here? They continue that. They bring that track back, and then make a point that goes from there to keep the track going into the docks as well.
Oh yeah, like a triple thing.
Mm. So I'm definitely going to do like a 2021 version of the Railway Series Island of Sodor to show what
Welcome
it would
to
look.
2021, where everything is #radical. Oh wait, sorry. Wait, that's a 1990s ad. Welcome back to 2021, guys. Yay, we survived 2020. Woohoo. Now oh man, I'm too tired for this. Coronavirus, vaccines, World War III. Just buy the damn product. Sorry, that got really depressing real fast.
Mm,
But I mean, that's kind of true though.
it is, though. You're not wrong.
I have to admit, I was lured into the trap slightly on December 31st and January 1st of 2020 and 2021. You know how everybody just kind of thought for 1 second, for that one day, that 2021 might be better than 2020, you know?
Mm.
Everybody was so happy, and honestly, I knew it wouldn't last. Like, I was straight up, like, literally nothing's going to change. Because in the grand scheme of things, viruses don't care about things like time barriers or shit like that. Like, all forms of years, days, months, all of that garbage made up by humans. Some random guy died on a cross a while ago, and then boom, the entire freaking system of time measurement is based on him. You know?
Yeah.
Like, these is
Right,
don't give a crap.
That's why I hate in these shows, like, you know, those kids shows where the kids like travel through time to meet historical people. I hate it when they say, "Oh, welcome to the year 381 BC." It's just like you wouldn't say that. You wouldn't say,
Yeah,
"Welcome."
exactly. It's like they don't know that they're living before time. It's like they don't know when Christ is gonna happen.
They just have their own time system, really.
Welcome to Unga Bunga. I am Bilbo the Neanderthal. Welcome to Unga Bunga. What? Are humans even real anymore? Sometimes I look at this society and then I see what it's become in the modern age, and I just go, "What the hell?"
Mm.
Like, hold up. Did I miss something here? Did I put pause on something? 1960s was the worst decade ever. That's when all hell broke loose. Think about it. 1950s, great. 1960s, yeah, like, that's when it all began. 1970s, trash.
1980s revival of good music.
Well, to a certain extent. It still will never be as good as the jazz that came before.
No, but like
1990s, funky. I like to think that the 1990s is just some weird fever dream that humanity had while they were high. Like all full of colors it was and stuff. And then
fair.
you look at the 80s and stuff, and like the 90s, and then, or specifically like the 80s, and then you wonder why everybody was on happy juice. It felt like why everybody was just partying and all the lights and stuff, and then it's like, why were they so happy all the time? Why were they trying to be so happy to the point where it was forced? Then you realize that the Cold War was going on and the threat of nuclear annihilation was looming over their heads 24/7. And it's like, yeah, I would probably try to force myself to be happy too. Just like, yeah, let's try and forget about that. That's honestly where I think the phrase "party like it's the last day on earth" came from. Because, there was a chance that, the world could end at any day during the Cold War. That's honestly where I think that phrase came from. And, that it came around in the 80s during like the height of the Cold War danger. And then it's like, party like it's the last day on earth, because it very well might be. So yeah, that's why I hate. Well, that's what I think is dumb about modern age. Like now they're like party like it's the last day on Earth, but it's like, well, nowadays it doesn't have as much weight to it, does it?
Yeah, it depends.
Because back then it was like, party like it's the last day on Earth. They probably would party like it's the last day on Earth because you never know. It really could be the last day on Earth. Nowadays things, well, granted, are still pretty hectic and we could die at any moment, but like, they're less die at any moment-y.
All
If
I
you know
heard
what
was diet momenty.
Die at any moment. Die.
Like the way you said it was diet momenty.
Oh, well, a little bit less die at any moment-ish. You know?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm just saying that's what you came across, like you were saying.
Oh, okay. But, yeah, I just don't think it has as much weight to it. I mean, honestly, it's just kind of sad that, they had to cover up the fact that they were scared of dying with just boogie woogie, everyone. Like, that's kind of, it really gives you a base look into human psychology. It's like, what we do when we're scared, we just, well, in this instance, we grow our hair out in funky ways, wear strange clothing, and throw our bodies around in strange ways in an area with strobe lights and a large shiny ball that rotates on the ceiling. Nowadays, you look at humanity and it's like, I don't know what's happened. Where did we go wrong? How can a society be so perfect and so flawed at the same time? We've outsmarted time. We've outsmarted death. We've outsmarted the confines that whatever cruel God has put us in. You know what I mean? They're on the verge of a cure for cancer. Men have walked on the moon. We're going to Mars. Cryogenic freezing exists. We've outsmarted the plants because we can inject them to make them larger. We've made we've made those sun lamps, so we we have artificial sun. We've outsmarted the ability of needing the sun to see. We made light bulbs. We don't need solar panels or fuel to power anything because we can literally just make it by pouring water. Hydroelectric camps. Like, we've outsmarted it all. We've outsmarted the animals and raising them in mass slaughterhouses, birds without arms or wings that can just die by the millions, and we have all the food that we could ever want. The cows with automatic milking machines, so not a second of human life needs to be wasted squeezing and pulling udders. We've outsmarted it all. And for all of that, society has come up short in societal norms. People don't look at each other the same way that they did back in the day. Instead of talking to people when you're in a restaurant, people are face deep in their phones checking their email or any of that rubbish. People don't speak anymore. Women wear clothing that is above the knee. Ugh. Men don't wear suits. Things are acceptable in society that were not acceptable before, that really shouldn't be acceptable.
I mean, you pulled out a suit for the Prince fella. Extremely did.
Of course. I mean, of course, that was a very special occasion, but like, what I mean is, like, people don't wear them on the day-to-day anymore, you know?
That's just how it's turned out now.
I know, and it's sad because the 60s killed it. This whole, like, I find it very funny, and it's true irony. Like, if you thought what I said before about the Vietnam thing was irony and all those American deaths, and this is even more irony. We have outsmarted nearly everything that stands in our way, yet our society still comes up short. And that's the real irony, isn't it? Because schools always tell you that you can never be perfect. The world tells you that you cannot be perfect. And we know this for a fact, but humanity still tries to reach perfection, even though it's a bar that we can never reach. Like, and for all of the perfection that we have, that we have made, these cure for cancers, these gods among men who can walk without air, who can be on extra celestial bodies without water, like no water on those bodies and stuff like that. Ships that can blast at hundreds of thousands of miles per hour into the stratosphere. Nuclear bombs that can annihilate cities within minutes. And all of our societal failings, or at least quite a lot of them, fall back on the common human inability to communicate what is right and what is wrong, and what is acceptable and what is not. Certain things in the modern age have become acceptable that should never be acceptable, and some things in the modern age have become unacceptable that should be acceptable. A lot of humanity's failings are their own fault. And I think that's funny because for all of our technological advancements and our artificial intelligence and our doohickeys, as a science man, yes, I admit they're worthless. They're doohickeys, worthless distractions from what really matters in the world. All of these all of these machines, for all of our technological brain, humanity has failed to realize that, which is truly depressing and will most likely be the death of our society.
This is something that you need to repeat, this whole thing. You need to go on the stream afterwards, write everything down, and then say that on the Histories Mysteries thing. Like,
Yeah, that
forward.
would make a good. I don't think that would just be a good History's Mysteries thing. That is something that, honestly, like chat, like
that's like
normally
a good
I'm the funny joke man who tell bad joke about drug, or I talk about history, or I talk about gun, haha, funny weapon, or haha, California hates, screw you, California. But I'm the haha funny man. But like, if there really is something that I would like you to take away and think about, like really think about seriously, it is that I want you to take that and I want you to spread it, because it really is something that needs to come under scrutiny in the modern day. It's sad. It is. And I don't mean have a good hard think about it in the way that and maybe now that I think about it, the best way to have a hard think about something morally is to not think about it at all. And what I mean by that is all of those really angry people who are on Twitter. I don't have Twitter personally and I don't want it. But hearing all those people who are just so angry and fed up with with the existence of how other people are, like SJWs, those people who are just frantically typing, "That's mean, that's unacceptable, you're racist, you're blah 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 blah." Those people are thinking about it in the wrong way. The whole thing that I'm saying is to take a step back from the technology. And I know I sound like every show ever, but for real, take this from a fellow Zoomer who uses technology a lot. Take a step back. Think about something. Look at history. Look at societal norms. Look at other people. Take a step back from those keyboards, typing about how some random person is racist because of something they said 8 years ago. And just think about the world.
Yeah, this speech would be good for SSOC as well, but we'll talk about that after.
I mean, art does imitate life. Yeah, yep, don't be surprised, or I guess maybe you will be surprised. I'd be surprised if you see this speech like replicated and adapted for an SSOC episode that takes place in the modern age. Or past it, actually. And honestly, I feel like this is one of those messages, like when I say this, when I speak to you now, this message, and honestly, I'm quite good at predictions, but I am no man of the future, nor do I claim to be. I won't be alive to see, the far, far beyond of the future. I won't be around to explore the cosmos, and I won't be around to see if this message does go far. But I believe, what I know now, that this message will not go far. We're just a trains stream on a channel with less than 100 subscribers. This message won't reach
Less than 30 subscribers actually.
with less than 30 subscribers. This message won't reach many people. But I believe that this message, if society continues to go down the
Well,
way
if you
that
put it into SSOC, it'll reach at least 1,000.
that's true. That's true. But I mean, still, that's like not a humongous amount of people in the grand scheme of things, which I wouldn't expect it to reach so many people. But I do believe that this message, if humanity continues down the path that it goes upon, that this message will be more relevant in 100 years after my passing than it is now, as humanity gets deeper and deeper into this hole of technology. We advance humanity so much that we lose what made us human.
That's something that's explored in Doctor Who as well with the Cybermen. They were created because the people, they wanted to keep making life better and upgrading themselves until they became, they took away the thing that makes you human, which is your emotions.
Exactly.
So,
emotions will be taken away, trust me. With the way people are so anti-opinion, brainwashed, I've seen the way that it affects the youth. And I would go, the funny thing is, I would go more into detail about my personal belief on the world, but I'm trying to stay relatively neutral for two reasons. One, because I don't want all of the stupid social justice warrior idiots to look at this message and just dismiss it as dumb because I said something, about my personal belief that disagrees with them, and they won't take the message, at all. But on the other hand, is because, like, I do, I want it to be neutral and to reach other people. And like I said, I don't want to get canceled. But that's the thing. The fact that cancel culture even exists is another example of the fact that I am correct in this case. Because cancel culture, whether it's a bad thought or not, whether somebody's racist or a Nazi or whatever, you cannot preach an environment where emotions are free and opinions are free to be expressed wherever and whatever you like, and then censor people. That's not right. Because that's brainwashing. That's taking away humanity. And at the end of the day, we're all going to die. So what does someone's opinion about how somebody else's skin color or, the type of person that somebody else is attracted to or any of that, it doesn't matter in the end of the day, because they're going to die and so are you. And I don't mean that in a negative light or in a depressing light. In a way, death is one of our best friends and one of our scariest enemies in our life. In one hand, it's something to fear because life is such an experience and it's enjoyable to be in. But and on the other hand, it's a security blanket to know that nothing is too serious. And there are things worth being taken seriously in life. Of course there are. Everybody has something to live for. But you shouldn't waste it banging on other people's opinions about trivial things like sexuality or race. You should be focusing on truly important things. And I mean that for both sides too. I mean that for the racists and the people who are hating on the racists. It doesn't matter at the end of the day.
Just taking some screenshots to put in the Tidmouth Trains Railway series thing.
Okay.
So yeah, continue talking and then I'll join in a second.
Okay. But yeah, at the end of the day, at the end of a life, it doesn't matter. Do something that you can really, really be accomplished with. I'm sorry, SJWs, but canceling Donald Trump on Twitter because he said something offensive to somebody, you're not going to be the next Martin Luther King Jr. Sorry to break it to you. But maybe you can be not the next of anything, but maybe you can be you for something. I don't know what it is. And you won't know either if you spend all your time clicking away on a keyboard, hating on somebody who either likes or dislikes somebody who's a different color. You just won't know. And at the end of the day, if somebody is dissing on something that you care about, or on the other hand, if somebody is dissing on you for something you care about, in the sense of, sorry, I keep going back to racism, but it is very relevant in the modern time. If you are an anti-racist, understandable, and somebody's being racist and you want them to stop, you really shouldn't waste your time telling them to stop, because they're not going to change their opinion. It's not worth ruining someone's day. And at the end of the day, you'll have the last laugh, because when you walk away, when you decide not to hit the send button on that tweet, and you go to do something actually important, when you go to not be the next Martin Luther King or somebody else or whatever, when you go to be the next you, focus on something that really matters, you can know that you have the last laugh, because they're wasting their time hating on somebody who is a different color. And the same goes for the other people. If you're hating on somebody who's, a different color than you, and somebody's wasting their time attacking you, just don't, because they're just going to waste their time. You might as well just go focus on something important.
I think that's probably the best thing you can take from this stream.
Thanks. And another thing, you can say you're right, and if you really do want to get into an argument, which after everything I've presented you with, I wouldn't understand why you would, you have to remember that there will never be a right or a wrong side to any argument, as long as it's based on fact. Or as long as it isn't based on fact, sorry. But if it's based on personal opinion or reasons for doing things, because there will be counter argument after counter argument after counter argument. I will propose an example. Slavery is wrong, and the South shouldn't have done it. Okay, you're right, but slavery wasn't a moral obligation. So the Southern economy was economically dependent on it, and had no hopes of escaping. Meaning, it wasn't because they were cruel, evil dictators. It was because they needed them. They literally needed them to survive. But it was wrong. But and then there you go.
The good thing is, sorry if I just.
You've gone in a circle. You're just gonna keep on running, playing cat and mouse and cat and mouse. Argument, counter argument, argument, counter argument, counter argument, counter argument. You're never going to win, because if something was not worth arguing about, then the other person wouldn't be arguing in the first place. Obviously, you both have a point. Yeah.
When you said about all of the slavery and everything, the good thing to take from that is that although they were dependent, everyone knows now, well, majority of everyone knows now, because of that lesson learned, don't do it again. And that's another thing to.
Exactly. It's done and dusted. Arguing about the Holocaust or slavery or whatever, it's not worth arguing about these things. Why not, instead of putting a label of bad or good, because no one's ever going to win that fight, just take it and then take those aspects and learn from it.
Take the positive aspect that it won't happen again.
And learn from it. I mean, I don't want to say positive, because for some people, like I said, there's two sides to every argument. It'll always be, there's no such thing as like a positive thing or a negative.
I know, but I mean like the positive outcome of that horrible thing is that, because humanity has learned from it, it's not going to happen again.
That is a good point as well. And why not take the learning, whether it be good or bad, which honestly, I don't believe that anything is good or bad. The Holocaust, slavery, whatever it is, it's just neutral. It was a thing that happened, and it had positive and negative effects for different demographics of people. What you can do is you can take these facts, and then you can apply them to the change that you wanted to see in the world. Just learn from it. It happened. If you don't want to see it happen again, learn from it and then try not to make it happen again. If you did want to see it happen again, you do you. You just have to be the change, if that makes any sense. Because you can't really argue about. It's not worth about something arguing in the past. You can just take it and then you can apply what your side of it. It's not worth arguing about it, a specific past event. Because it's over. Now, this isn't to say there are things not worth fighting for. I don't want to make you think that I'm just a 60s hippie who's an SJW who's, is like, oh, stop the war. There are things worth fighting for. You fight for what you believe in. Now, and I don't mean trivial arguments like, oh my God, you just said that to me on twitter.com. If there's something that you feel in your heart is truly, truly worth fighting for, that is not trivial or something based on opinion or anything like that, then go for it. If something's threatening you, stand up and fight against it. If you want to conquer something, then push that thing into the dirt. But basically, humanity needs to learn to pick your battles, because at the end of the day, whether you choose to take my advice or not, it exists in the universe. Oh, look, we've got the chat has said stuff. Oh, I don't think they've actually said anything about what I've said. That's interesting. Sorry, just reading the chat. But at the end of the day, there's always two options, and in the same way that you can pick to follow this advice or pick to not follow this advice, you should pick your battles and just find which ones are worth fighting to you, and more importantly, which ones are actually, fightable, because you'll never be able to fight on something based on opinion, like the Holocaust or racism or slavery, because it's based on personal opinion. So you can't really fight that. But on the battles that you can fight, I recommend you pick them and choose them, because going into war blind is not a good idea. And just remember, no matter what it is, even if you are fighting a war, like a legitimate war, don't take anything too seriously. Like, of course, there are things to take seriously in a war, because if you lose your entire friends and family, could probably die horrible, brutal deaths. But in other things, don't take life too seriously, because it's gonna end. It really will. So if you're gonna waste your time on Twitter and stuff, and being angry and stuff, and I'm still not going to say waste your time being hateful and being angry, because if there is something that you find that you feel being hateful against and feel like hating, then by all means do it. But I'm just saying Twitter isn't really a good means for that, because it's not lasting. Twitter, if you work on a digital art piece of, the Mona Lisa or something, and then you send it off, and then boom, it's on the internet. But it will never be the same as building a 3D replica of the Mona Lisa somehow, because that thing is a physical object. It's in the world forever. It can spread, it can go, it exists. But things over the internet, don't take them in too seriously, because there's a physical world out there that you can make an impact on. You really can. So don't waste your time on things on Twitter, because the internet, I guarantee, humanity will outlive internet culture or memes or any of that garbage, because it's unnecessary at the end of the day. When you could be doing something more, like developing a new farming technique that could save thousands, or developing a nuclear bomb that could kill millions. Whatever you really feel like putting your heart into, really. I'm just saying you should spend your time better than typing on twitter.com. You can spend your time better than that. And you certainly, the only reason I'm really telling you this is because you don't want to waste that. Because in the same way that I said death is our greatest enemy and one of our best friends, death, whether you fear it or not, is truly what makes life special. Life would not be worth living without death. What makes life precious, and the reason why I'm telling you not to waste away your days, on Twitter, is because those days are numbered. Your body will deteriorate. So go out there and do something before you become a walking corpse and eventually a corpse yourself. You might as well. I'm just saying, what's cooler to say to your kid, I won several court battles with real life arguments and did this and stuff, or I argued with some dude on twitter.com about how he said something ever so slightly racist 12 years ago. Just saying.
I know, having something to be proud of
Exactly.
is rewarding. And of course, there are people that are probably proud about, shaming other people, but that's just stupid. Something actually worth being proud of.
Now, I gotta say, if you're gonna shame other people, which, like I said, if you find something that you really do believe is worthwhile, then by all means do it. I would honestly support you in that endeavor, even if it is, something morally questionable. At least do it in real life and not over Twitter, because it's not worth it. It's gonna be gone. And trust me, if anybody knows something about wasting life or being forced to waste life away, it's me. I'm disabled. I do not have all the liberties that, people who can fully walk on their own have. So trust me when I say, do not waste the gift. Do not waste your time sitting down and typing on Twitter, or standing up and sitting down and typing on Twitter. Use your legs, run, walk, do something. It is far more valuable than you realize, and you only will realize when you end up in a situation like mine where you can't have the use of your legs. You would miss it. All right, real talk over now. Back to funny lol jokes. So
Yes,
something that I really hate.
we had a good 50 minutes talking about that though, and that's good. So thank you for contributing.
Any day. So Californians suck pretty bad, right? Actually, wait. So now that I've gone through all of that talking about how you shouldn't badmouth people on the internet because it doesn't matter and it all goes that way anyways, I'm going to badmouth people on the internet. So California sucks. Like I said, my advice is here. Take it or leave it. I'm going to leave it. Oh, God. But yeah, seriously, Californians are so disrespectful. I've run into a couple of them. Yeah, I know, in Texas, right? Very annoying stuff. There's actually quite a few Californians who have been moving to Texas to try and weed out our conservative population by getting in liberal people so they can get Texas to change its political party. And we really don't like that here because they're not welcome. And there's this really big protest going on trying to tell Californians that they're not welcome here. But it's kind of hard to tell people from the exact same country that you're not welcome here when it's the same country.
Like, what's the chat saying?
They are saying, oh, what are they saying? This is heartfelt. Oh, holy cow, that's my heart sick. Oh, Loot Production says he agrees with me. Steam on Sodor says, nice speech. It explains the world. Trust me, I did far little than explain the world. We'd be here for hours if I explained the world to you, my friend. Completely agree with you, Eddie. Me too.
I just realized something. What if I reskin Mark I Henry to look really worn down and practically scrapped, for that 2 Henry theory?
Oh, God, no. I hate that thing so much. That 2 Henry theory is so bad.
So it looked like it was deteriorating.
Where are these? Is this heartfelt? Exactly. Yes. At the end of the day, social media is fake, so don't waste your time being lazy. Exactly. Edward, I promise you I will go outside and do something tomorrow. That's the spirit, mate. Good thing I was born in Nevada. All right. Fair enough. So you live in California, BZ Railways? Is a betrayal about to happen? Let's see. And don't worry, that wasn't just a commentary on social media. There was a commentary on respecting other people's opinions, whether they be right or wrong. And I mean really wrong. Like, I wouldn't stop being. This may bring my morality into question. And you know what? Fair enough. If you want to cancel me, go right ahead. But I will never hate on somebody unless they are breaking the law. Like, I would never stop being friends with somebody unless they really, really personally disagreed with, like, something that I really, really care about. But, like, I wouldn't stop being friends with somebody because they're racist or because they're homophobic or because whatever. Now, if they go start, beating up, like Hispanic or Mexican or black people or, just like start shooting gay people, now then I would call the police and stop being friends with them. But, like, I wouldn't in any other scenario because it's okay to believe what you want to believe. Because, I mean, and I think it's disgraceful that Twitter and social media, this is where it gets into the social media thing. It sucks because they preach, freedom of speech and stuff like that. And then they shut down ideas that disagree with them. Now, I won't condone the Holocaust. I never would. But at the same time, you can't preach an environment of free speech and not deliver on it. That is just a lie. So that was just to clear things up. Of course, it was also a commentary on social media, but I mostly meant it as a commentary on other people's opinions and how I find it funny how, for all of humanity's technological advancements, we still haven't realized that it doesn't matter. Like, the people's opinions. I was born in Nevada. I want to see that. No, I only visited once. Good man. I hope you hate California too. I actually did. I was really surprised to see there's a map on Google called every state's least favorite state. And I was so happy to see that Texas was only hated by one other state, and it is perfectly understandable because we hate them too. Oklahoma.
It's California. Oh.
No, not California. Weirdly enough. But yes, if you would not expect, if it wasn't obvious, Texas's least favorite state is California, and California is Texas's least favorite state. But here's something that I find really funny. Texas is only hated by Oklahoma, apparently, is their most hated state. But all the states around California hate California for some reason. New Mexico, Nevada, Idaho, Oregon, Washington. And I was like, dude, what? Like, I knew we hated California, but what is up with you guys jumping on the hatred, the hatred train? What? You guys normally vote for the same political parties, so why do you hate California so much? It's like, well, man. I mean, we hate California, but like, I think the other states are kind of stealing our brand. Of hating California. Like, what's up with that? I don't love or hate California. Fair enough. I mean, a neutral opinion is better than a positive one when it comes to California. California in a nutshell, brats and rich kids. Hey,
LMS
Daxon
Henry.
move.
I can definitely do an LMS Henry.
Isn't there a reskin of that? I think I saw that.
Yeah, I know that. No, I meant like for a running session because I do have an LMS Henry.
And California in a nutshell, brats and rich kids. Maybe Dax should move there. Okay, I'm sorry, Dax. I'm sorry if you're watching the stream. Don't worry. He also dislikes
Dax doesn't watch any of my videos, so he won't be here. You can talk about him all you like.
Dax also hates California, which is a good thing. Honestly, I wouldn't be his friend if he didn't, actually. I don't love or hate California. Edward, is there anything that I can do to help you? What? What you talking about?
Okay, so I've got a few requests to run Cam's Gordon with the 2 tenders, except he doesn't have a 2 tenders version. So
I think a 210. I think he's making a second tender.
Yeah, he's making a second tender, but he
It doesn't exist yet.
He hasn't finished it yet, and so I've only got 1 tender. But I do have the smoke brush with a tender version. Would you
Make
like
your life better?
Would you like SSOC or regular railway series? Because I can do both. And then I'll go run the LMS Henry while I'm waiting for the response.
Okay, that's about the strangest stream comment that I've ever seen. Edward, is there anything that I could do to help you? And then I said, "To what? What do you mean?" And he said, "Make your life better." Don't get me wrong. I'm not miserable. I enjoy my life. Okay, well that's kind of like I don't enjoy my life. I cover it up with a bunch of jokes, and I'm severely depressed. But like it's not all bad. What I meant by that is I just understand what the gift of mobility and the ability to go out and do things. I understand how valuable that gift is, and I don't want you to waste it. I'm fine, and my disability is uncurable. So, honestly, if I wasn't fine with it, I probably would have killed myself by now. Because, I mean, I'm not getting better anytime soon. But I just try not to think about it. But no. And then like there isn't anything you can do. But I appreciate you asking. That was sweet of you. Who are you running? Are you gonna run the Henry?
Yeah, I've been asked to run an LMS Henry.
Is it a cog reskin?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that one as well. Didn't they make a maroon?
Yeah, Rail did it. Rail from our server.
Yeah.
Wherever that may be.
Oh wait, he did. Oh wow, he's a good reskinner.
Oh, and he did it so that there's a script to change the liveries as well. So if you go on
Wait,
here,
so this Henry is the same Henry?
here you go, watch, ready? LMS Black. I can change it to BR Black. Or LMS Crimson.
Hey, that's actually really cool. But hey, you want to know something really cool? I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but Cam's models are gonna have that as well.
Good.
Yes, he showed it to me on.
He did mention that there would be something like that, but you've just told me now that that's actually going to happen because he did mention that would try and make that happen.
Yep, confirmed. He's done it for Tomedy Womedy, I think he's done it for Tim Tom. Oh, yeah. No, he didn't do liveries for Tim Tom. He did something way better for Tim Tom, but I probably shouldn't say that, actually, because that may be a spoiler. But, oh, man, I really want to say something because it's so cool. But he's done the liveries. Oh, wait. There's so much cool stuff that I want to say, but I don't know if I'm allowed to.
I
Well,
love Henry's whistle, the cog railway.
Well, you know what?
Henry's
Actually,
whistle.
how many people are on the stream right now? How many people are watching?
Oh yeah, I forgot. There's a camera angle from this shot that looks really, really good when the engine's apart.
Oh yeah, it does look really nice. How many people are watching currently?
Henry didn't just stop for some reason. Oh, because he's taking classes.
Well, whatever. I don't think there's that many people watching. And also,
see, look how nice this shot looks.
it does look really nice. But we are pretty decent in the stream, and it's unlikely somebody rewatching this would watch all the way this far. And if they were to skip to the end, they would probably skip to farther than this. So I'll just say it. He's done it. So the 06 Peter Sam, the funnel meshes, right?
Can swap around. Yeah, he said he would try and do that.
Yep. Well, I'm mostly telling the chat as well, by the way. Chat, on Cameron's new Peter Sam, there are two things. One, there are different liveries. The liveries are going to be switchable from the model, as in there won't be separate, there will not be separate models. There will be like one or two, I believe, because one of them has a different bogey, so it has to be switched. But yep, the Peter Sam liveries will be switchable from the options menu, or from the liveries menu, obviously. And then the options, you will be able to switch the funnel. So all the Peter Sam funnel versions, including the including the
There we go, past the old workshop that we built this stream. And on to the main.
And forgot what I was going to say. All right then. But yeah, it's gonna be switchy. Oh yeah, even the funnel where the funnel is like bobbing around because it's a bit broke, he bonks it. That will also be switchable. Sir Handel also has several liveries. TV series, I don't know about TV series. There probably will be TV series. I don't know. Maybe. And Stewart. Yes, there is Railway Series and there is Stewart. With a little surprise, which I really don't know if I'm allowed to reveal, but you know what? I've revealed so much at this point. I might as well keep the train going. I'm building hype. Stewart and Falcon will have removed buffers. They won't have buffers.
I've overshot the platform because Henry's rubbish at stopping.
Oh, certainly. We're a railway. Certainly not Steam on Soda. We are a railway series oriented site. Most content will be railway series focused. So yeah, but Stewart and Falcon will not have buffers. So I'm very excited to see that. I believe the mesh is being made at the moment. Yeah, it's a very it looks like an LMS type thing, Like the station looks very LMS like.
think I might
But
do
yeah,
British Railways liveries for all the cog engines, and then that way, if you know when I used to take photos of like some of the engines doing them like in the British Railways style,
yeah.
the engines will actually have British Railways liveries.
Oh, cool.
So I'll do Gordon, but should I do Gordon in Express Blue or Brunswick Green?
What?
Should I do Gordon in BR Express Blue or BR Brunswick Green?
Express Blue, Express Blue.
Doesn't that shot look nice though?
Oh yeah, that is a really cinematic shot. Whoa, too many models or blue or really sweet. Oh yeah. Okay, I don't know if I'm allowed to reveal this, and I really don't know how game changing this is. I don't know how game.
Well, don't reveal. Don't reveal.
I can't. Well, I've already started. I've got to, and I'm personally really excited about this. So we have a Mark II Thomas and a Mark I Thomas, and the Mark II Thomas actually looks really good. There are very few things that Mark II Thomas is done correctly, and this one's definitely one of them. It is that one Sodor Factories reskin, I believe, or 2006 model, I believe that we are using, and
Soda Island.
what was it?
Soda Island.
That was it. I'm so sorry. It is Soda Island Retro. My apologies.
Soda Factories does only 2019.
Yeah, they do 2019 stuff, don't they? There are so many Sodors and factories and workshops and 3Ds.
Okay, what was the next request? It was Gordon with two deflectors. With the deflectors.
Yes. But
Okay.
that's not the crazy thing. The fact that we have Mark II Thomas. Mark II Thomas and Mark I Thomas will be interchangeable in the options menu. I know this isn't a crazy deal because you could really easily just get another model. It's a really small quality of life improvement. You know, it just makes things a little easier switching Thomas from Mark I to Mark II. But when Cam
find the different Thomases as well is a bit of a pain.
But when Cam first showed it to me, I lost my shit. I was so impressed. So I was like, "Whoa, that's so cool, man!"
I should show off Railway Series Gordon. Cameron's is under BB20 still, isn't it? There it is. We'll do a 3 Gordon and get his tender.
I honestly don't like the A3 version because the piston is black and the side of the running board is also black, which is kind of ugly. It's good, but eh. Oh yes, Tendy. Look at him.
I never run Gordon with this tender anymore. In fact, I've never run Gordon with this tender with this specific model.
I prefer the Fowler one, honestly.
I don't know. There's something about the real corridor thing to it.
That's fair. I don't know.
The thing that Cameron needs to do is be able to do lamp scripting as well.
That may or may not come soon.
Because that's something that these models really need to bring them to the final stage. Yes, Gordon is LNER now.
LNE away. California's flag is really bad, guys. Sorry, I totally forgot about my deal with Brandy to dunk on California. California is just so bad that I literally made a poster that hangs in my room. I drew a poster that badmouths them. I did it. Because California is bad.
Alright, what
I-
time are we? Okay,
I really hope that
we
the
have
United
15
Sorry.
minutes left. Just under 15 minutes left before the end of the stream.
It's so weird. This stream has gone so short and so long. Like, on one hand, I don't want it to be over because it's been really fun. But on the other hand, I'm hungry.
And we have SSOC stuff still to do from 3 weeks.
That is also true.
Gordon is speed.
Maybe we'll actually be able to hit it at oh dear.
We're just gliding now, funnily enough. Like I've taken the brakes off. We're not moving. We're just gliding along because of the momentum.
Brakes.
There you go, look at this. This will look good when the LODs actually work.
Was it me or was Gordon Green there for a second?
Yeah, that's what I meant, like, Cameron hasn't fixed the LODs yet, whatever they mean.
Ah, the illusion is being broken. Ah.
Because of the way the reskin works. It's, yeah. But hey, at least the cap works.
Oh yeah, that's really cool. That was a really nice addition.
The thing is, you'll be able to see the smoke deflects if they're attached on it. Because of how good it is.
Oh, that's not good, actually. Damn, I totally forgot. I didn't even think about that.
There we go. We're going to stop here. And everyone's seen this on stream multiple times when we come in recording. Where's the uncut?
Oh my god, okay. That is a signal to not do that. Sorry, arm. Whew. I had my arm on top of my other arm and I was pushing down really hard because I was using it to support me. You know, how you do. And then a surge of warmth shot up my arm and then I moved it and then it feels really cold. I was cutting off the circulation to my arm.
Oh.
Whoops. It felt really weird. By the way, Edward, can I have the link to this? Download this, Gordon. If not, it's mine. I can wait. Well, no. Unfortunately, well, I guess
he's a private model for now.
Yes, he is a private model for now for 2 reasons. One, because well, he isn't fully complete yet, and second of all, I'm not allowed to do that yet. And third of all, you want to know where you can get him? You can find him on a brand new train site releasing sometime quite soon called Brendam Bay 3D. So come on down to that website and you can pick up this Gordon fresh and complete with all of its features. So yeah, but don't worry, it will be soon enough. We are still a little bit away, but it is coming eventually. Hopefully, well, most likely, it will be sometime in the early to midsummer. Not a complete date, but early to midsummer is a very good estimate. of when hopefully that everything will be set and ready. But yes, BB3D, come and get this Gordon and all of the and a bunch of other Railway Series models and some other non-Railway Series models and some TV series models that are Railway Series models and some custom models. Oh my God, so many models and things and stuff. Come get it. It's gonna be great. Use our site, please. Please, I'm desperate. They have my family. What?
Oh. Okay,
No, I'm
good
just
news.
kidding. I have no
Good
family that I
is
care
that
about.
this corridor tender works somewhat decently well with the Railway Series 3D Gordon. So both of them will be reskinned into Brunswick Green for tomorrow's stream. Oh, wait, no, it wasn't Brunswick Green I was doing. It was Express Blue, wasn't it? What if I do both? I'll do both.
Yeah, I think everyone would like would like that because I think I saw one person say Express Blue and then another person said Brunswick Green. Brunswick Green. So why do one when you can have both?
Should I reskin the EDH6A3 to be a faceless Gordon as well?
I am faceless. Hold up, did you put Cam's reskin on the cog model?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that looks so busted. Like, it'll be fine when they're reskinned, but that just looks so busted. Like right now, it looks like it's been hacked. You know what I mean? Like
when you zoom away and it looks like Gordon's got a Brunswick Green tender.
It looks like you put in a cheat code in an old Street Fighter game, and you gained a really janky put together power up. Gordon is like, yes, look at my new green tender. Don't I look fabulous? Now I'm more like my brother, flying Scotland. No, the Cog Railway 3D Gordon does not have smoke deflectors, as far as I am aware.
But the BB3, well, I say the Cameron one is, the Cameron one is 2D face. I need 3D faces for these. But yeah, I will probably reskin a whole bunch of soda engines that don't have faces. Like, like they've got the smoke box door on them. Like, find the real life models and then just paint them up. To fit like an alternate universe thing that I want to do just for fun. Actually, I think BR Express Blue, that's the one with the white lining. So really all I'd have to do is just get the Cog Railway Gordon and just paint and just change the red lining to white. And then that's done. So actually, I would not have much to do. For Brunswick Green, that's a different story.
When the stream ends, I'm going to go get a glass of milk. I'm going to sit on my couchiest, and I am gonna probably get a blanket. I'm a bit cold in here, actually. And then I don't know. I'll probably sit on my porch and watch for illegal immigrant. I mean, what? Sorry.
It's only just occurred to me now that I probably should have made an outro to go along with the intro, but...
Oh, yeah, because it's just going to be the intro for the outro. Are you guys okay? You know what? No. I bet they'd like to see the outro again. Yeah, wouldn't you? Guys, do you guys want to see the intro again? Because, it goes by pretty quick.
Just for now until I can make an outro. outro.
Yeah, of course. But I mean, yeah. Do you guys want to see it, or would you guys just like it to, be the normal one? Wait, do we even have a normal one anymore?
We need to make a normal. I'm gonna make a normal outro with like credits, like just a little bit of credits, just for us two. So,
Skyrider does want to. What about the others? Do you guys want to see the intro, the new custom intro again? Oh, we should probably play it for the people who weren't here at the beginning, like Luke Productions and Katie the E2 War Hero or whatever. Simon's, or I can't remember. I can never remember her name. It's very long. Or
it's
his
just
name.
It's just Steven Soda and me. Oh, and Luke in the chat now.
Okay. Oh, and Booze Railways.
All right, and we need to remember the intro is 1 minute and 4, so we need to finish in about 4 minutes.
Well, I wish I can't sing that. Hope. Sorry, I can't sing that song. I was about to get I would have gotten canceled on Twitter if I sang another word of that. Holy shit, that was too close for comfort.
We'll talk about. Oh, hello, BZ. All right, we'll talk about the.
Hey, BZ is here. Hey, dude.
All right, we will do some outro stuff.
Thank you guys very much for watching this live stream. I have been your co-host, Edward / the Blue K2, and Ben has been your beautiful host. I have given you some epic words of wisdom to take home today. Ben has given you some absolutely beautiful route building content and some running session stuff, which is really cool. Showing off some cool models, some of which will be available on some new train sites very soon. Push, push, shove, shove, nudge, nudge. And you guys have been our fantastic audience who have been, participating in the chat. Always a pleasure. Eventually, the channel's going to get so large that, it's going to be hard to keep up with the chat. So it's always nice to have a smaller, slower chat that we can actually keep up with and have better fan interaction with. But yeah, thank you guys very, very much for joining us in this stream today. And if you do want more content today, we will be streaming tomorrow. Right? We're streaming tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay, yes. If you guys want more content, come on back here tomorrow. We will be streaming at most likely the same time, give or take. You know us and our schedules. Don't ever take anything we say.
They're always within. If the scheduled time is always within around 5 minutes to half an hour off. But today we started only 3 minutes late. So.
I know that's a new record for us, I think. No, wait, no. We did start 2 minutes late one time, didn't we?
Oh yeah.
But anyways, yeah, thank you guys for watching this stream. Come on back tomorrow for the next stream. And then after that one, the next stream will be next week. And
I also have a day off from school on Tuesday because it's a public free day somehow, and student free day somehow. So Tuesday will be a stream as well. And I also have Monday off for the Queen's birthday. It's the one thing that Australia does now that is still, what it is.
That is still perfect.
That it's still like something there. Although nobody celebrates it, it's only the people born in the UK that seem to celebrate the Queen's birthday here nowadays.
Oh man, I will be celebrating that beautiful woman's birthday. God save the Queen.
So yes, we're approaching on the final 20 seconds of the stream. See you all tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Hey, you deleted Twitter. Good man. See you all tomorrow. See you next week. Have a good existence, and I love you all. Take my advice seriously, please.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you very much, everyone. I'm trying to draw this out for the last 10 seconds.
All right, I've got something. God save the
hurry up.
Queen!
All right, thank you very much for watching, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you all for watching. God save the Queen.